Okay, you can start.
Hi.
Hey, how you doing, Jasmine?
I'm good. How are you? So, my name is Jasmine. I'm Sessions with Jazz. And I want to ask you guys, with releasing the season 2 tomorrow, what can we expect from the show, from the series?
I mean, I think you can expect something new, something different. I think you can expect, I mean, spiciness. That's how a lot of people are describing it. You'll be in your feelings a little bit more. That's how Lena Waithe described it. I think things that will challenge people's perspectives. I think I really like some of the dynamics of the intimate relationships on the show. I think it's relationships that people don't normally see or isn't the norm right now. And so I'm excited for people to see that.
Yeah. I piggybacking off of what Gabby said, and I 1,000% agree. It's going to be new, but also a lot of the same. Like if you love season 1, then it's still going to be the same dynamic of friendship and people trying to pursue goals and trying to achieve and figure life out. And it's going to be funny. It's going to be eye-opening. It's going to be all those things plus some new stuff going on too. You know, like season 2, we see these characters. What season 2 felt like to me was like freshman year versus sophomore year. Like freshman year, you and your friends are all in the same classes together. Y'all doing y'all electives together. Sophomore year, you start to more get into your own particular majors. You know what I'm saying? So you start to break off a little bit. And I think that that's kind of what you see Hattie, Marie, and Nia doing is, you know, a lot more of their individual growth stories, you know?
Okay. And so I want to ask you guys, like, what is the one memory that you lived in your 20s so far? Like, what's that one memory you will never forget?
Oh.
Girl, I can't talk about it on this platform. What about you?
Or the second thing?
Okay, Gabby, you go ahead.
I just remember graduating from university and being so afraid. Like I'm always so afraid of change. And so I remember, and being afraid of like, I didn't have an agent yet and I didn't know what was going to happen with my career at all. So I'd say that's the most significant memory. It's not really exciting.
Oh, the most significant and traumatic memory for me was being broke. Like I've had a job since I was like 16, like the moment I turned 16. And so I always had money all the way up and through college, and then got to my 20s and all of a sudden money was looking funny. Like, and it stressed me out because I had established great credit in college, and then I moved to LA and I wasn't making any money, and I had creditors calling me. Girl, it was a lot. It was a lot. And I wasn't used to it because I'm like, I'm a responsible person. If I had the money, I would give it to you. You know what I'm saying? Right. I'm not doing anything but trying to give you your money. You know, like, so that was, I'll never forget that time in my life. I remember pulling up to Jack in the Box and looking for pennies in my car to try to pay for 2 tacos. And I never step over a penny now. If I see a penny on the ground, I pick it up. I don't know. It's like my thing I do now. So.
Oh, that's what's up. I see. Ain't no shame in that. So I want to ask you, with B Sky's producing the show this season, what did you learn from her throughout this season by her producing it?
Who?
B Scott.
Oh no, B Scott is the host of the after show.
Oh, well, someone told me something different, but we're gonna scratch that. So what can we expect from the new episode of Hattie as she working on the script, setting up her new house? Like, what can we expect from her from this season?
This season, Hattie gets a little more accountability from an outside source / love interest that I think pushes her to actually achieve. Well, from 2, she Hattie has 2 love interests this season who want to see her be great and want to see her help want to see her accomplish and finish her script. So
Mhm.
I think she gets something different from each one of them, but through them, through Marie, of course, who's like, you need to be on it, and Nia, who's like, yeah, Marie's right. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think through, and then her mama, who is like, why you ain't got no money? It's like all these five women are behind Hattie, and like, you gotta get this done. So yeah, we'll see her grow in that way for sure.
Yes. And so with my last question, I want to ask both of you guys, what are some advice that you can give to, the 20 somethings that are inspired by the show? Like what type of advice that you can give them throughout their 20s or their whole lifetime? It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I would say, I mean, it's not to sound negative at all, but I think embrace failure, like change your relationship with failure. I think it's just human nature. I think it's just human. I think it's nature. I think it's never, like, don't go into things expecting to fail, but live in the reality that failure is just lingering there and it's a possibility and it's not something. And then I think if you're sitting with that, if you do fail or when you do fail, because I think it happens all the time, that you'll be less embarrassed about it, and it'll be more of a motivation for you to push further instead of discouragement.
Right.
Yeah, I would say the same. I didn't fail really until I got to my 20s, and then it hit me like a ton of bricks, and it just hurt my feelings so bad because you take it so personal. But like Gabby said, I think that when it comes to that, no matter how smart you are, how athletic you are, how you've gotten everything in the past, you gotta kind of just you gotta act like a duck and let it roll off, and keep it moving and learn from. Also know that sometimes failure is God's protection, because I have not gotten jobs that I tried really hard to get. I tried to get into grad school one time. I don't even remember the major I was trying to go. I needed a refund check. God protected me from that. Did not get into that program. I right before I moved to LA, I tried to become a pharmaceutical sales rep. Girl, I would have been making almost 100,000, company car. I would have never left that job. God protected me from that, because I got to the last interview and didn't get it. And I think sometimes the universe will show you you're capable and you're worthy of having this, but I don't want you to. You know what I'm saying? So don't see failure as it's me, I'm no good, Sometimes God wants you to have better, or this ain't the path I want you to go down. One time I got so many stories. I tried to become a personal trainer. I didn't pass the test by 1 point.
What?
1 point. I wanted to flip the table over. And I spent $500. And at that point, $500 was like half of my rent. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, but I realized in that moment, you are not supposed to be a personal trainer. You do stand-up comedy. You can't be at the gym with somebody at 5 o'clock in the morning after being at the comedy club till 2. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes, like Gabby said, embrace failure, because sometimes it's protection from yourself making dumb decisions.
Well, I want to say that concludes my interview, and I want to say thank you so much for allowing me to interview y'all, and good luck with everything in the future that you guys are doing. And I just want to say thank you.
Hey, make sure you watch 20s this Wednesday, October 13th, 10 o'clock, BT Her.
Yes, thank you so much. I hope y'all have a great day, okay?
Thank you, boo. Have a great day.
All right.